This is Catherine, and Catherine is transporting, I mean, you don't really see it, but she is transporting warbows right now to the trading stop, and with that, hopefully boosting our economy to new heights. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Crown Falls once more, to our little settlement. We just survived the first raider attack. Wasn't that much really to talk about, and in this case here we are progressing now steeply or quickly, I guess, with new productions and constructions. It's March right now. It's definitely a bit too late for farming this year. I would like to start with farming next year as we continue to grow. It is, of course, a bit of a problem that the food supplies are rather low right now. The berry deposits are growing right now. Of course, this is now one of my major concerns right now, food. In this case here, I don't know why the hunting limit is actually, it's set to 10, but the wild animals are at 6. For some reasons, this rich deposit here is not doing much for us at the moment. Neither is any of these deers regrowing, nor do we get any more meat out of it than a normal deposit. Strange enough, this might be a problem for us then in the future. The berry deposits, the honey and the eggs will hopefully sustain us for a little while longer. We do have the bows now, right, that we're selling for 5 each, so this is a really nice price. For this we hopefully get a lot of chicken coops out, and I would like to continue with my next production then right away. First of all, we do have 2 more burgages available, 3 more burgages available, so in this case that's a lot of additional room, and I would like to continue now moving my logging camp over to that side up here, right? So we can relocate this one, and this is going to be my new my new industry zone for basically logging, for also my saw pit, right, that we're going to move up there. Basically anything that has something to do with timber production. So we can have the saw pit somewhere then here, right, next to it. And I would also like to move my woodcutter lodge. We're also doing this up here now, a bit further away then from everything. Actually, we can, just cozily squeeze it in behind my logging camp here just fine. And with that, have this one finished as well. Actually, we do need a room. So might actually make it like this, so that we do have still room here for something else, another saw pit. For example, we should be easily able, another woodcutter, the saw pit, perfect, so that we still have a bit of room. Here we are also going to have then a forager, that is a forester, that is going to regrow these trees again, because look at that. This is the result of 2 years of logging, basically, that forest here. Yeah, just like with Sleepy Hollow, Crown Falls is rather rainy. I mean, it's spring. Lots of rain usually coming in spring. And over here we have the iron deposit that I would also like to use then. And for that we can already start with the mining pit just outside here. Can we see? Yeah, we can make it like this, so that I don't need to remodel this road here somehow, right? So the road continues, and here we have the mining pit then. And this is a really good mining pit then, right? So this is going to last us for quite some time. And with that we can make then lots of juicy weapons and tools out of this. Now, next up on my list, we have 6 unassigned. That's the guys here, right? So they're going to transport everything here now. Another thing I would like to do right away is another hitching post. At some point we need it now. I might actually have it then right up here by the... Oh, yeah, this is the spot for it, probably. I would like to have this one for... Actually, yeah, let's have it here. For the logs that we have then to transport. A new bandit camp was sighted. It's... yeah. Also, right next to us, there is just one tiny road in between. So I would also like to go for some bandit hunting at some point now. Approval rating is still fine, right? So we have 2 burgage levels 2 now. We're not fulfilling that many... Oh, actually, yeah, food 3 types they have right now. The church level I would like to work on soon now, so that we can go ahead and also provide them with a bit more happiness in this area. And that I also can, of course, upgrade more to level 2 then. This is the important thing. Alright, yeah, 21 warbows are in, holy cow. So someone should hopefully purchase this from us, right? Yeah, that's what I like to see. 105 coin getting out of this. We are rich. Kind of like, right? And with that kind of money, I would like to continue with, more chicken coops. And also, since the beginning of spring, a vegetable garden. Let's actually go ahead and have 2 vegetable gardens for us working. Let's go ahead and have actually 3 vegetable gardens. Do we have an empty... Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Alright, so 3 vegetable gardens, another chicken coop, the honey's coming in, so this should be fine. Vegetables, another type of food, once again makes people a bit happier than with that. 44 wealth we still have, we can use this for another trade route, stuff like that basically. But we're going to export a lot of bows in the future. Now, yep, we have lots of planks in stock right now, lots of stone. We don't need that stone cutter here anymore, not for the foreseeable future. 25 coin we need for that oxen, so this is exactly what we're doing then. Importing that ox as well, the second one that we need. Also, thank the gods, we have upgraded the storehouse to a large storehouse, so that's 10 times more storage by upgrading it. That should be enough for a while, right? The granary, we can do the same thing then as well, once we start with the farming, because then there's really going to be lots of food flooding in. Alright, they all seem rather dedicated. Where are they going? For the construction, right? Yeah, we have 7 unassigned families right now. That's a lot, by the way. That's way too much. You usually should not have that many people unassigned. What we could do is, since the berry deposit is in full spring, let's go ahead and assign 2 of them right away. Since the season is upon us, it's March. And then we also finish those constructions here. Pitching post, and there it is. Order another ox for 20 coin. Let's go ahead and do this. There's also the logging camp now. Let's have 2 people assigned to this again right away. And we're going to make this one here. We definitely should always go for a work area. Otherwise, they're going all around themselves. And that is uncontrolled. That's never a good idea. Somewhere here. Looks fine. And then there's also the woodcutter lodge that we are also going to assign right away to this area. There you go. Let's assign someone to that. Even though firewood is still fine, then we have the saw pit, definitely another family, and let's make the reserve here of 10 logs. Always want to have that. And we should also then work on a construction for the forest hut right away, that we can have a bit further outside here, somewhere. There you go. This is going to regrow us then some trees. Also, we should work on that farm area now, and that we have then over here. So this is going to take a bit of time, of course, the farmhouse we have, and then we need to make sure that we use high fertility areas. So emmer, that's the wheat then that we have over there. Barley, unfortunately, as we figured out, is super bad throughout that. Flax, also super bad. There is a tiny patch of flax up here that we could use, but that's about it as far as I can see. All right, yeah, can't change that. We are going to have that farmhouse somewhere here along the road, right? One of these roads here. Probably should have it in the red area, though. Yeah, let's have it in the red area, and also not along the King's Road. It doesn't make sense to have a farmhouse along the King's Road. Definitely want to have it somewhere here along one of these tiny roads there. There you go. And then we are just going to have a tiny road that goes over here for the farmers, right? So they can then travel on this one here, and here we can then have our farms now, right? Gotta make sure that we at least use also this yellow area here. So the farmhouse is in the orange area, that there's really no fertility anymore, and in the yellow area at least we can use some of that. I wonder what happens when I overlap it, yellow and orange area, and a bit of green. We'll just see what kind of stuff we have here. Wheat at least 25%, barley 18%, still something you could use. Of course, primarily we want to use the green area, and also then here. This is not buildable. I wonder why. Am I overlapping somewhere? It's those strange things that you sometimes have. There's also a bit of area here that we can use, but really not that much. There you go, right? And with that, 4 fields. We should be able to use another one here then. That would look strange though. Could do it like that. That's much better. Obviously. And let's just have a look. These guys here should be fine. Yeah, there's wheat at 37%. Then we're having a barley a bit. And then we're going to keep it fallow. And once again, we need to make sure that we do have a nice mixture of everything, right? So wheat and then fallow. This one here, for example, has then fallow. It starts with that. Then it has wheat and then it has barley. So there's always at least something. I mean, 9% barley is basically nothing. But it probably adds up when you use those fields then here. Then we're keeping it fallow, and then we're going to have barley right? So that we use it differently. And this one here starts with barley, then it has fallow, and then it is wheat. So that we have now each crop every year, except the flax, of course, that we're not going to need for quite some time. Now, in this case here, that's the farmhouse. We need to build it first, and then we need to assign someone to that as well. That's going to take a whole bunch of time there as well. Resources owned by bandits continues onwards. I mean, we have 34 archers. I would still like to at least get another militia unit out there before I go to some bandit camping, bandit hunting, bandit camp hunting, you might call it as well. All right, yeah, planks. Timber we have a lot of, so we could even assign a second person. Do we have the ox in already? No, we don't. I fear we need to build a livestock trade. No, there's the ox. We have both oxes in now. That's just great. It's June once more. Second summer upon us. We have another family joining in the area. I mean, holy cow, this looks crappy, but yeah, well, hopefully they're making themselves at home here. And with this, we have no more burgage plots. So once again, we need to grow a bit. And as you can see, we now have this area here as well that I would like to use for some nice, juicy burgage growth that we have. Something is still in the way here, it seems. Seems like it has a bit of a problem here. And it seems like we need to start then here with that construction. This one has a bit of a problem here attaching itself to a road. If we do it manually, this might work. We could go with high density buildings here, of course, since it's very central. So yeah, I would like to do this without a backyard, right? So that we can have some high density blocks then just here assigned to each other, and on the other side then as well, right? So that we really create this downtown feeling there as well. And then outside here, yeah, I can already see a bustling neighborhood once more. Boy, I would love a school at this point as well that we could place somewhere. So far, it's the tavern that we could plaster all over the place. Alright, 3 unassigned families with that. They can focus a bit on construction. And I think also we could enlarge in this area here then as well for another market area. I mean, of course, we have lots of space available. Oh, there it is. Another attack. Another attack is coming in. The raiders have been spotted out here. And they're probably now on their way to us. Sometimes you can't see them because they're in the forest, right? Which makes it, of course, harder. So actually, it makes a strategic sense to chop down all the trees surrounding the village, because then raiders can't sneak in. But of course, that would not look very good. So we're going ahead and just keep some forests there as well available to us. All right, we just need to be careful now where they're coming in. I wonder how big they are this time around. I think it's only those 18 there again. That would be easy. There they are. There's no reason to, or no urgency here to actually expend any of my defenses at this point, since yeah, we're totally fine with that. How close? Should we rally already? Let's keep it on a bit longer. And then once again, we can start the rallying. Place your banners. Don't forget the beer. Alright, they're gone again, right? Because they're in the forest now. Just going to probably just take them on here. I mean, yeah, just behind them. Let them come. Where are they now? They just were here. They're not coming any closer now? Someone has to pee. There they are. Holy cow. Alright. That was a surprise. And they're setting now something on fire? Hopefully not. Pack. I don't need to wait there forever for these smaller bandits there. There you go. Archer's already having a bit of fun. Let's engage them from the side, so we can still fight a bit longer.
Here we go, boy.
Yeah, once again, they're fleeing. We do get the influence. I like this a lot. Because with all that influence, we can then at some point also claim territories. There's also the forester hut. Let's assign someone to that. It doesn't look like we would need one yet, right? But of course we don't want to just act at the last second. So we're going to make this one a nice regrowable forest area for this one forester family that is working here now. Catherine, Kunz and Herman. Off you go. Plant me some greens and do something for the world, for nature, basically. Alright, money is coming in. 175, holy cow. We can really go ahead and go chat. Since farming or hunting is not doing that great anymore, let's work on some go chats there too. I love the sound. There you go. And just for this alone, it's worth it. And food is fine, right? Let's go ahead and do 3 go chats out here. Makes sense to me, right? We need those hides. They work all year long, and they make it a bit easier for us, reducing the stress on the hunter. Alright, to also continue increasing approval rating, also since we will need to upgrade a few more, let's upgrade the small stone church. And this is going to take quite some time again, and quite some resources. Since we have 3 unassigned families right now, this will be of course an easy task. Bodies need to be buried? Oh, yeah, right. We do need also a gravedigger again. A gravedigger family. There it is for the corpse pit. Those bandits are not getting a nice funeral. We're just going to throw them into the pit. And there the family already starts with it. They're super quick about that. We don't need an ox for carrying corpses. Even the wife can take one herself. On the arm. And there it is. 250 influence. Once again, we have 1,000 influence. With that, we can actually claim a territory. And we have upgraded our church. Already in year 3. And with that, those guys are now getting... Those guys here are getting now the church level 2. This will make them super happy. And with that, we can go ahead and upgrade a few more of them. So let's go ahead with the high density one here. That's number 1. And then probably also this guy here. So two more upgrades. One of them we're going to need for, yeah, the blacksmith, of course. There you go. All the bodies have been buried. These are the last ones. What a nice job, really. Perfect weather for that too. There is no more message here about it, so I think we should be fine, right? No, she's actually transporting again. So she probably is on the way. Getting a few more bodies. And she's taking the long route, the scenic route. Oh no, okay, she's just purchasing stuff at the market. So that means we no longer have anything here. And let's unassign them again. Alright, the next burgage plot has been finished. There it is. That's a high density level 2 one. Right. And this one here is now coming along for becoming an artisan there as well for us. Since we have enough families, we can start with 2 things. One is the mining. Let's have 1 family assigned to this one. And of course, this can also become a deep mine since it's a rich deposit if we assign the points for it, right? And then there would also be the farming possible now with, yeah, I think come January. So perhaps 1 or 2 more families move in until then. Once more resources have been stolen, we might actually look for winter to start with some bandit hunting, right? So those guys here. Also to give, of course, nice loot and influence. But for now, let's start with the mining. There you go. Super close to our village. I mean, look at that beautiful sight. I love it up here. Fantastic, really. Those guys must feel happy almost all the time when they look into this distance there. And of course, what we still also need for that industry is then a bloomery. And with that, we can convert iron ore into iron slabs that we could, for example, sell. But of course, we can also just make weapons out of that. And let's have this one, yeah, probably somewhere here. Just beside the iron mine. Here we have nice space, lots of space really, for a big industry zone. There it is. And let's assign someone to that as well. And have a fuel reserve of, let's say, 10 firewood at all times. Firewood is at 82. The last family we have, we may want to actually assign to the Woodcutter Lodge. We do need more of that. More firewood. We are growing pretty quickly right now. So that's that. This message, generic storage is full, sometimes is a bit buggy. Because it shows me buildings that are not really full, right? The generic storage is pretty empty for this one here. The same goes with this. And we still have the large storehouse active, of course. That is also getting all the resources in, so there should be no storage problem, really. Since we're providing so many needs, let's also upgrade the next burgage right away, so that we have 2 of them available. One of them, this guy here, is already going to work then for us as a blacksmith, basically for producing spears and sidearm. And those guys here, they're going to make shields for us. And as far as I know, 1 artisan for each type of good is actually pretty fine for huge armies, because it takes a long time anyway to get recruits in, right? So this is, of course, the main limitation that we have. There's the blacksmith. 4 logs is actually quite a bit. But with 2 oxen, comes in quickly. September it is. And we have 4 artisans working for us full-time now. There you go. With that, we've also increased the settlement level once more to a large village. Hooray! And there we have it. The joiner's workshop enables the production of wooden parts and shields. They're also going to work on us for this. And those guys, yeah, they basically have everything except the tavern supply. Approval will fall if not fulfilled. Of course, we can already see that. Lack of entertainment is -6. The more people we have on level 2, the higher this goes, of course. So the tavern would be my main goal for next year, to get this one done. That's, of course, the big problem, the barley. We don't have any barley fertility whatsoever in this plot area, in this area. That means I probably will have to use my money for importing. There it is. And let's actually go ahead. We can go with 2 things here. The large shields or the small shields. Let's start with the large shields. It will require planks. So we now have 2 that require planks, right? That's the fletcher. And that's then also the joiner. The cobbler needs the ladder. Do we have ladders to the left? Yeah, it's tight, right? Because we are not really hunting that much anymore. And the blacksmith here, we can go then for the spears, for example, iron slab and planks as well. So once again, we need to actually have planks on top of that. For this reason, I'm already assigning now 2 people to the saw pit, working there all the time. That construction reserve once again has reset itself. Let's make sure that we always have at least 10 logs available, and we'll just see how it looks on the log side, right? We can still assign 2 more people to that to make sure that we always have logs available to us. That is quite the mighty tree here. Someone fell right in the middle of that road. I might also consider another ox import. We'll just see. Fuel is the main problem still. Let's go ahead and get a 3rd woodcutter in with that. Oh, we are actually empty of families anyway. We still have room? No! Also, we need to get more burgages in. A bit of a problem here right now. We are growing really quickly. And let's go ahead and make this area here. We still have room. I would like to go again with some backyards there as well, right? So let's start the construction of this. And we will also probably have an upgrade point into charcoal burning. With that, we can convert firewood into charcoal. And since we do need fuel for not only my houses anymore, but also my industry, charcoal makes a lot more sense. Because with that, we actually do have then the ability to just use way more out of firewood. And I think this would be my go-to preferred method here, together with the heavy plow, right? So both of them we can actually get cracking. Let's start with the charcoal. And with that, we should have a new building available to us somewhere. There it is, the charcoal kiln. Dirty one, so we probably should keep it a bit further outside. Yeah, somewhere out here, I guess. Is this outside enough? Yeah, it's outside enough. Right on here. And there we can then start burning firewood for charcoal with the ratio of 1 to 2. So this will be, of course, a bit more effective for us. Alright, I think... Where is my... Where's my iron? There it is. Iron slabs, we have 15. Let's actually have this family unassigned right now and work on construction. boy, we need construction. And I also don't need 2 families there at the forager anymore, because it's autumn. Yeah, there's no deposits here anymore anyway, so we can actually unassign both of them. I could also go for the herb garden. We probably should be doing this, because that just will add then a lot of effectiveness during winter when a lot of people get sick gradually. So far so good. Manor Lords Extreme, but I think it's manageable at this point. And we continue onwards with the growth of our settlement and also some bandit hunting in the next episode. Stay tuned.